Hi, everyone. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Shayla, and this is my guest, Fola.
Yes.
This is my friend and also my roommate. And today I thought that we would introduce her to the world of K-pop a little bit. We've been roommates for like a year and a half, coming up on.
Yeah.
And we've known each other for like 2 or 3 years, even more.
I mean, technically, this is the 4th year, but there was like a COVID break. So.
Yeah, the COVID break. So, we know each other pretty well, and she knows of my obsession with K-pop, and so I finally dragged her into this hell with me. So, today I thought we would check out Dreamcatcher. And there it goes. They're a group that I've like recently got into like through this channel, as you guys know. And so I was like, I know a little bit about Dreamcatcher, and I've asked some of you guys for some song suggestions. So I was like, I feel like I'm okay to recommend some stuff for you to watch. So the first one, as you can see, and as you guys can see in the title that we're watching, is Deja Vu. Now, this was the most recommended song.
Okay. From
my audience of you to react to. It's also from, at least like what I've seen, is the most loved of their music. I am going to turn on the subs. There's going to be a lot going on. Don't feel like you have to pay attention to every single thing, but yeah. So the extent, you can talk a little bit more about this if you want, but the extent Fola knows of K-pop is the little I've shown to her and like Dynamite and Butter by BTS.
True.
So it's
I am aware of also, like, I can recognize some groups' names.
We've played a game of Guess the ATEEZ member a couple times.
Yes. Mostly from the trending area of Twitter, especially when something comes out.
Yeah.
Or like when BTS was doing the like live streams.
Oh yes, and every time they would trend #1, for like 12 hours, Yep. And so not a lot of music though.
True.
And so this is going to be a very different thing for you to experience. So if you're ready.
Yeah.
Okay.
We were watching the music video too, which is always fun because like aren't K-pop music videos like
crazy, insane, like, high budget?
Yeah, big productions.
Yeah, and so like Dreamcatcher, I guess I'll explain it to you a little bit first. Dreamcatcher is from like a small to medium company, so they're not going to be as extravagant as a Blackpink or a BTS, which are groups you know, or even like Stray Kids, which is another group you've heard me talk about before, because they're not from one of those bigger companies. However, it still is a K-pop music video, so it is going to be obviously like different quality than you see from a lot of like Western music videos. So, all right, let's get started. Deja Vu. 3, 2, 1. Ooh, this one says their names, which is good.
How many members are there?
7 in this group.
Okay.
And I'm not expecting you to remember any names, but this is where we start. This is my bias. Gayan. This is quite an interesting one to start with because this is probably their calmest song. Which will say a lot once we hit the chorus.
This has a lot of good like still scenes.
There's a lot of symbolism in this. Kind of a change up, hey? You want me to turn it up or turn it down?
I cannot hear you. I'm sorry. I cannot hear you right now. This is... I feel like you could take a screenshot at any point of this video and it's a screensaver.
Yeah.
Like, it's just beautifully, like, composed.
The cinematography.
Yeah.
She has such a unique voice. Her name's Dami. You'll see her later.
I still can't hear you. I can like process that you're saying things. I have no idea what you're saying. Oh.
Thoughts?
Vibey.
Mm-hmm. The color grading is crazy.
Oh yeah.
She's so gorgeous. I'm sorry, I love her. Jiu. Okay, so before we get on and start this again, we need to set up some ground rules. I think for the first time, for the first reaction, you can have your headphones in, you can speak, and I won't speak to you.
Don't talk to me when it's the first time.
You can. I want you to speak because I want you to like get out your reaction. But you said you couldn't hear me, made me die. But for the second reaction, since you've heard the song already, you can have like the 1 ear out kind of thing, like what I'm doing. So initial thoughts.
So I remember you telling me that they were like K-pop metallic or like
hard metal. They're shiny.
Sound right to me.
I just went with it too. I was like, yeah, metallic.
I remember you said they were
Chrome.
like K-pop metal, and I wasn't like sure what that like combination would end up like sounding like. But I think it's really interesting how they have like really like metal choruses, and it's like yeah.
Oh, and you'll see that later on too. It gets maybe not on this level because again, this is probably their softest title track that they have, and we're gonna get into some harder stuff.
Okay.
And
So this is like the entry.
Yes.
Okay.
And I think that that's why people recommend it to people often because it's a good like gateway, and it's also like people like coming from a lot of K-pop pop into metal. This one like fits a lot of the kind of pop stuff, especially like the pre-chorus is a lot of people's favorite. So
That makes sense.
You want to go again?
Yes.
Okay.
But I think so this is like their most poppy.
It's the most
or like
mainstream.
Of the ones that we're reacting to. Okay.
You want to turn down?
That makes me excited for the other stuff.
Okay.
Because I definitely lean like of like the genres that I like better. It's the like metal.
See, that's what I kept saying because people were hyping this up, and like my best friend and everything has told me that this is their favorite song and everything, and so I was super hyped up for this song, and it's not bad. I do really like this song, especially it's a grower on me. It took a while for me to super get into it, but I do really like it. But like there are some other songs in this list that I'm about to show you that I got instantly.
Okay.
Like okay.
Okay.
So let's do this one more time. So Xian, the one who's singing right now, she's the main vocal, and a couple songs later, you're gonna hear some crazy high notes. They're always gonna be her, especially in Boca, and we'll see that in a sec. Yes.
I think something that's really interesting is that based on what I've seen, it's like everyone in this song has like a little bit of like a different vibe, and that's also like in the music, which I think is really cool. And it's like, I'm gonna go into some like music theory.
Go ahead.
I didn't spend 10 years doing bands and choirs for nothing, man. I think that's really like fascinating to do, especially when you're like dealing with like the dynamics of a group, because like sometimes you get like a group sound, right? Like everyone just kind of ends up like they end up mixing all of their vocals together, and it's like no one has like a distinct part to them. But I think that it's really cool that they're like, even in like the like subtrack, like the piano changes a little bit
depending on who's on screen and who's singing.
Yeah.
That's super interesting. That's not something I've noticed at all, and I'm glad you picked up on that.
I also just love that vibe.
I am gonna say something real quick too. A lot of K-pop is a lot more higher keys, higher pitched than especially a lot of Western music. I really enjoy this song in the fact that they have quite a few like lower parts in like the verses and stuff like that, rather than it just being high constantly throughout compared to like the chorus, you know?
Okay, that's interesting. Because it definitely seems like even the lower parts are like not so soprano.
Yeah, but that's just K-pop though.
Yeah.
That's like the most famous Dreamcatcher line.
I'm now holding this pain.
Yeah. Or so I've been told. I like how they add the choreography in with their outfits, you know? It adds to it.
And all the like different performances of this movie, like
Yeah.
it makes me so happy. Especially when like they're like all like, it obviously like is like the same group, but it's like different for each person, and it's like a little bit of like personality given. I think that's really cool, because like you'll have like uniforms of like everyone wearing like the same thing, and that's like boring. But when you have like little changes here and there, it's
that suits the members as well. Okay, so coming up, there is this member who I was trying to talk to you about, but you couldn't hear, and her name is Dami, and she's usually like the main. Well, she is the main rapper, but she sings more in this song, obviously, because it's less, you know, it's not a rap song. But you will recognize her later. She's quite distinct in that way. And also her part in this is my favorite as well. Just because she brings just a different like tone. Even though it's not, you know.
she's the rap monster.
Don't. I just love her tone.
She also seems to have like the deepest voice we've heard.
Yeah. Yeah, the coloring is crazy at that part.
Honestly,
It's so like
every still from this is gorgeous.
it's like it's almost overdone in this part though, which is like so interesting to me. Like the greens and the oranges are like so there,
But I
like they
think
like
that,
crank
like-
them up on purpose.
Oh yeah, and I think that like makes it. That's what makes it like super dramatic and super like stunning too. 'Cause,
Fantasy
like,
world.
Even
yeah.
like the sky in the back is like very red orangey. I feel like if it wasn't, it would kind of lose its effect. I feel like because it's very like green and pink, right? And like on the left is like green, and then the like giant pink dress. Yeah.
I did also want to say, I guess I forgot to mention this earlier. This is a collaboration like with a. Let me scroll down. This is like a game OST, I believe.
Oh.
I believe. Yep. So like this isn't even like, I don't know. They have quite a few of these kind of like collaborations that they treat as like comebacks kind of thing, like as like title tracks of their albums. I'm gonna speak out of my ass. Maybe everyone's gonna be like, you're actually wrong. Oh, that's not what this is. But
actually,
yeah. But I'm pretty sure that's what this is, and yeah. So that's cool as well. That's a different thing, and maybe that's also why it has a different vibe, a less hype vibe than some of the other stuff we're gonna see. And that's Dami now. So she has different levels to her voice. There's also definitely story in here that I don't understand, but people smarter than me understand. They also have one of the better vocal lines in K-pop I've ever heard. Which I've said before, you kind of have to sing the kind of music, and we'll get to it, that they sing. Like, it's almost impossible to hide behind tuning and stuff like that when we get into some of their other tracks. Just metal in general, though. What? The dancing?
I love the dancing.
Yeah. Yeah. Everything in K-pop, man. It's crazy, too, when we get into their, like, heavier stuff, how they're able to dance to it.
So it makes sense what you're saying about the vocal line, because they have such a like distinct tone that I don't think you can like not teach, but you can't like, you either have it or, well, not like you either have it or you don't, but it takes like a very like specific like precision vocally to get there, and it's like, it's fascinating. Also, you said this was like a smaller, they're under like a smaller company, so they have like a smaller budget. That was still like beautifully shot.
I know. And that's the crazy thing about K-pop is they care so much. Even if like they are under like smaller companies, they're not as big of a group, they don't sell as many albums. Everything is still art. And that's so like the dancing is art, the music, the cinematography, everything has got to be.
Yeah. And artistic. I think that's something that like, because we've also seen like BTS and a couple Stray Kids performances. And I think that's something that's like really interesting in the sense that like, especially like Western music, there are certain artists that like, they're cool and all, but I wouldn't want to see live. Yeah. Right? Like there's some of them that are like, yeah, I really like their music, but like when it comes to a performance, there's nothing like
they could give you, really.
Yeah. There's nothing like super drawing in. And we had this conversation about I can't remember.
Sam Smith.
yes. We had this conversation about like Sam Smith and Kim Petras. Whereas like, especially for like Unholy, like watching like live performances of it, I love the song, but like I don't necessarily have like a drive to see it live. Whereas like with what I've seen for like the other groups, it's like, yeah, of course you'd see them live. Yeah. Because it's like,
it's all the entire thing. Yeah. And that's the thing too, is like if ever there was an opportunity for K-pop groups to come near me, I would, especially in my city, I would go, even if I didn't like them, like their music, just because it is an experience. And I have been lucky enough, I did see ATs earlier this month to be able to see them. But it is just a completely different experience because I've been to lots of concerts, but to see people dancing and giving their all in that kind of performance and not just be a dance group, but also be singing, and then on top of that, if it's music you like as well, that's even crazier. So, yeah.
It makes me think, because like I've only been to one concert, and it was Travis Scott in Atlanta, and it wasn't like, a lot of the hype came from the audience, and the audience being really into it, which obviously you're gonna have at like a K-pop concert. Yeah. But if I were to like remove the energy of the people and then just focus on like the performer energy, it definitely, I don't think, would compare. Yeah. I was gonna say something else, but I don't remember.
It's okay if you think about it. Let me know.
I think like a good Western example is like Imagine Dragons, right? Like I think we had this conversation where it's like, even though I'm not the biggest fan of Imagine Dragons, even though I'm not like
a super fan.
Yeah, I'm not a super fan. I wouldn't even say that I'm like a big fan. I'm like, oh yeah, I like their music. They have really good performances. And so if you were like, hey, you can see this person that you really like who's like okay at performing, versus like you could see Imagine Dragon was like really good at performing, I would definitely choose to go to like the performance, because it needs to give something else.
Yeah. That's the thing for me, is like a lot of K-pop groups I'm drawn to are K-pop groups that have good stage presence. Because like, yes, all choreography and K-pop stuff like that is really, really amazing. And the talent they have to do to like pull that off on stage while singing is amazing. But there are certain groups that I feel like command stages and command audiences better than others. And those ones and those like specific idols in those groups are usually my biases, because they draw me in so much. And as someone who has like an acting and like stuff like that background, I'm like, go bitch.
I was literally just about to bring up like, because I didn't do acting, but I did like tech stuff, right? And I was just gonna bring up how like you could see there's like two types of performers. They're the ones who can do like, my favorite example is one of the best singers I know is also probably one of the worst performers I know, because she has a beautiful voice. She's well trained, like she can like hit the notes, and when she has a song down, she has it perfectly, but her stage presence is just not there, right? And so it's like, yeah, it's really pretty and I would love to listen to it, but it's not necessarily something I want to see in person. Well, not like I don't want to see it in person, but it's not something that like draws me in. Yeah. Which I think makes like, because there are different types of artists, right? There are definitely like performing artists, and then there are like recording artists, I would say. And it's fascinating to see how much, well, first of all, how much more attention to detail and how much more like care goes into a K-pop group compared to like a Western group, and also just how much talent is required. Yeah, because it's like there are so many different aspects of this that I could not do. And mind you, like I did performing music for like forever. Yeah, like I did it from like age 10. Yeah, no.
Yeah, it's not happening. And there's like aspects of them like, yeah, I could like do those facial expressions. There are certain things like, if I was in better shape, I could pull off some of those dances on stage. I have experience with some of that stuff. But oh my god, all of it at once, like to be that good at everything. Whoa.
Also, like I remember doing like the tiny little bit of choreography in choir, and like doing like walking around the stage and like doing like little dance moves, and like having to train yourself to be able to like breathe and keep pitch and like do all of that is so hard.
And that's why it's crazy seeing some of these artists sing like fully live too. Yeah. That'll be the next video.
Watching live performances.
I'm already planning the next one. Okay, so we should move on because we've been talking for a little bit. But this is Scream. This is probably the hardest song, like the most like metal song that we're going to listen to today. It's called Scream. It's also the first in a trilogy that they made. We're gonna watch the first 2 music videos of the trilogy. And this one, I guess we didn't really talk about the lyrics last time, but literally at all. There's a lot going on. Yeah. But in this one, they're talking about, I believe it's about like how people are bullying and mean online kind of thing. And so this one, the first one, Scream is about the impact that has on the artist in that way. So put on your headphone. I won't speak to you, but please talk about what you're experiencing. Okay, 3, 2, 1.
I love a good like.
I know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
They do this.
I like that. My niece could never. My niece could never. The harmonies are insane. I hope you know I'm gonna have this stuck in my head.
That's the best thing.
Or just gonna be like in the kitchen. Like, I don't want to
Scream.
I just wanna make you scream.
The devil horns. I fucking love that song. Okay. Thoughts.
Wow.
Yeah.
Just wow.
Yeah. This was my
goodness.
Okay, so after the first video I reacted, this was like the second like song I had ever reacted like to them. We'll see the first one in a minute. And I was like, holy shit. There's something different. And then did you see how it changed? So it was, I just want to make you scream in the last chorus, and then the other ones is
I don't want to
scream or something like that. Yeah. So cool, right? The last chorus.
I think this one will be my favorite.
You haven't even heard the other one.
But I already really like this one though.
Yeah.
Like this is gonna be stuck in my head for like a week.
This one and the one we're about to play after are my most played ones from Dreamcatcher.
Okay.
Yeah. So, anything else that you noticed?
The harmonies?
I pointed at myself because it's stuff I say all the time about their music.
Yeah. It's fascinating because like, and I think this is where I'm going to keep comparing this to Western music just because I have a lot more experience with that. I think that they do something really interesting, which is like a light harmony where it's like there's the main vocal, right? And that part's like a lot more in the front. And then you have the like harmonies in the back that are like lighter and you have to listen to. I think that's one of my favorite things because it's one of those things where like the more you listen to it, the more like little details you notice.
Yeah.
And so when I was like, oh, there are more harmonies here, I kept listening for it and I kept finding more.
Yeah.
And it's also really interesting how they, because most of the harmonies were higher, which I guess this comes back to them just generally being like a higher pitch group, is that like back to some music theory, especially when you're writing for like all women's groups and like all high voices, there is usually this like tendency to try and make sure that you get a lot of low tones. So like you have your altos singing a lot of like really deep tones to try and like, I guess, balance the sound, which they're not really doing, but it's because like, I guess the window in terms of like where the like balance is a lot higher, which is really cool. And so hearing the harmonies, hearing like one or two notes that are above what the singer's singing, just like, yeah.
How did you feel about the rapping?
Oh, I really liked it.
Yeah. So the first one to rap was Guyan, who's actually the Maknae, the youngest member.
Okay.
And she's my bias. She doesn't rap a ton, but I love her rap. And then the second one during the bridge and during the second verse was Dami, which is the one with the quite lower voice. So yeah, I just wanted to point that out because I love that part of that song. But yeah, we're ready to watch it again?
Absolutely.
Okay, let's go. Maybe pay attention to the lyrics a little bit.
People forgot how to sing.
가려진 눈앞이 피로 물들여지네. Tell me why I don't lie.
Yeah. When you said the bum bum, that's my exact reaction when I first watched it. I was like, the bum bums are so good. My technical knowledge is less, but oh my god. So another thing, they have two of their main producers also produce for ATEEZ's team. And so far, I haven't listened to all of their discography, as you guys know, but their discography and ATEEZ's discography are my two favorites in K-pop, like, of all time. And not all of ATEEZ's team works with them, only two of them, and I think there's like 6 or something like that produce with ATEEZ. But I think the overlap really helps in that regard with their like song structure and their use of specific elements in songs. So yeah.
Wait, one thing.
Go ahead.
The run that she does here.
I know. So quick. And then we get that. Oh, it's so good. And then they do this a lot where they go into like a really like softer pre-chorus and then they just drop crazy bombs on us for the chorus. You'll see that in quite a few of these songs, and I really like the justification. It's like all sound except for the piano, and then a little bit is added back. Screaming background. That drop is so good. Sammy. I love how we're focusing on completely different parts.
커진 증오가 나 무작위 속의 target 타오른 갈증 삼켜도 위선은 다내 탓이라 해내 멀리 갇힌 절벽 위에 후회만 남을 선택이 돼
I called her a teacher, like a hot school teacher in this scene.
You know what's funny though is I see it.
Yeah.
For some reason, I was thinking like I don't know if you've seen it, but like the new Sabrina.
No.
Oh, like it's the live action version of like Sabrina the
Okay.
Teenage Witch.
Is there a character like this?
Yeah, it's one of the teachers.
Oh, of course.
It's like a teacher who's like secretly like Lilith, so she's like evil vibes.
Vibes. 3-year-old vibes. Yep.
후회만 남을 선택이 돼 날카로운 칼날처럼 날이 손말이 상처되어 파고들어도
They make it sound so easy, but those notes are hard.
Oh yeah.
Especially when you're fucking dancing like that. That's the one thing about higher voices, though, is they can make some of those not crazy high notes, but like higher notes that are belted especially just sound like they're there. Yeah, I just sang them, you know?
하나도 난 알 수 없어 누구를 위해서인지 누가 좀 말해줘 tell me 피어오른 연기 속에 나 Please I don't want to scream
They keep doing the devil thing. It's pretty pre-chorus until Donnie comes in and fucking destroys me.
사라져버린
In love with that woman.
Can't believe me 슬퍼하지 마라 no more no more no more 날 위해 no more no more no more
This is like where
네가 본 모든 걸 잊어
Yeah.
아무 일 없었던 믿어 그렇게 하나둘 모두가 미쳐가 I just wanna make
Sorry, I'm cutting off the drop there, but do you hear the fade on the one sec.
네가 본 모든 걸 잊어 아무 일 없었던 믿어 그렇게 하나둘 모두가 미쳐가
Here.
I just
The
wanna
fade in.
make you scream
I love that part. And the devil has come deep, changes into a deep.
well, it was there earlier too.
Yeah.
scream
But it's one of the vocals on top of it now. It's something we're gonna pull all the time.
Oh yeah.
I just wanna make you scream
My fingers can't do that. It's like this. There we go. I did it. My fingers can't do that. Wait. Okay, so really like this one?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm
Yeah.
glad. I do too. Again, it's one of my my top played from them. So okay,
This is the next stop.
I believe Boca. You know what Boca means? You do know what Boca means. What does Boca mean?
Mouth?
Yeah. In Spanish.
Yeah.
That's what they're referring to. I did not know that. I took French, not Spanish. He
Yeah.
took Spanish.
It took too many years of Spanish to
Yeah,
I was like,
I knew immediately when we were doing this video. Ask her about Boca. Ask her about Boca. So yes,
Okay.
it does mean mouth, and so this one is more about telling people to shut the fuck up. Okay.
there.
See the tree again. Yep. This one is their most famous part of a song, and you'll understand that in a second. I'm
Okay.
sorry. I know I'm not supposed to pause on the first listen, but I just needed to tell you that.
We have to start over.
Okay, fine. Fine. If you're gonna be needy. This is also the song that got me insane.
모든 달빛은 날 향해 있어 말없이 베이는 상처 말 안 해도 알 수 있어 아무런 표정도 없이 넌 이미 익숙하단 듯이 벗어나지 못해 but I know I'm a geek the big paradox 쉽게 생각하면 널 지키는 killer 지옥 끝에 선다 하나같이 bitter 입을 걸어 잠궈 freeze off 이유 없는 시선 sign 깊어지는 밤 내려 돌았단 날 줬단 날 굳게 가로 잠글게 볼까 Where is the love 가시 같은 그 melody
Very silent.
널 아프게 한다면
I really like the
Yeah, 눈 감아서 막혀 넌 도망쳐만 밟지 넌 뒷걸음만 쳤다면 거기서 변하지 않아 뻔하지 no Get the key, set you free 너 이제 그만둬 숨 막고 chill 바짝 가려와 뭘 더 coming out Lock the door, lock the door 막을 수 없이 사무치는 맘 참지 못했던 난 너를 위해서 불어오는 건 거친 바람과 내려 돌았단 날 줬단 날 굳게 가로 잠글게 볼까 Where is the love 가시 같은 그 melody 널 아프게 한다면 결지 못하게 소중한 시간들을 왜 증오로 채우는가 Too many angels dying now I'm gonna change your mind 다시 숨 쉴 수 있게 No Where is the love 가시 같은 그 melody 널 아프게 한다면
Yeah.
결지 못하게 볼까
Okay, so you were quite quiet during that one. What went through your head? What's up with that song?
I definitely I see how this is a sequel to the sorry, my voice is constantly dying.
It's okay.
I see how this is a sequel to the other one. I think that the build up to the chorus leaves something to be desired though.
Interesting, really. Huh.
I feel like because
Yeah, you can go. Go for it.
um,
I was about to ask you what you thought the most the part that people liked the most was, but I think we got it.
I really like this part though.
That's the part that went viral. Is her rap.
주식은 이미 그들에게 없어
So it goes into a softer pre-chorus again.
사무치는 맘 참지 못했던 난 너를 위해서 먹구름에 쌓인 깊어지는 밤 내려 돌았단 날 줬단 날 굳게 가로 잠글게 볼까
So what do you not like about the pre-chorus there?
It's not that you don't like it, but I think because we just watched the other one,
And you
love
like
the other
Scream?
one,
Yeah, that's
it's
fair.
just
That's
like-
fair. It's
the
something
guitar
different.
riff isn't as like addictive.
Okay.
Like
That's fair.
It's good, but like
For the chorus. Okay.
yes, but,
Okay.
like Scream.
That's fair. All right. Let's start again and go all the way through. Yeah, so that rap portion that we're about to listen to, that Donnie part, is the part that like blew up. I knew that part before I knew Dreamcatcher.
But also, like what I was saying with the other one, or what I didn't say about Scream is just like pause at any point, screensaver.
No, yeah, exactly.
Like the visuals.
And the color grading in this one too. I feel like we got a lot of reds and blacks in Scream, but this one the pinks and the blues stand out, like the pinks and bluey green turquoise. Yeah.
especially with like the water in the hair.
Just the lighting they have on the scenes.
아무런 표정도 없이 넌 이미 익숙하단 듯이 벗어나지 못해 but I know I'm a geek the big paradox 쉽게 생각하면 널 지키는 killer
Scene with the people like grabbing at her. Ah. I think that her, I'm sorry, I'm cutting off your groove,
you're good.
but I think the thing with like her that's so interesting to me is that she's such a big like difference to all of the other like
Both in,
vocalists.
tone and because like the rap.
Yeah, like she stands out so much in that way, and I think that's why that she's what people call a fan attractor, and so people will hear a song and be like,
Okay.
that's like Felix from Stray Kids, my bias from Stray Kids, the one with the really deep voice. Yeah, it's a similar thing in that way where there are people who have like what's called killing parts in songs that will just pull people into them, and I think this is one of them.
That's so good.
Yeah. Many of K-pop TikTok sound.
I can that.
I guess I can understand because this pre-chorus is just so different from the rest of it. Like I feel like with like Deja Vu, the first one we listened to, is it's so soft until the chorus that you can understand where like how soft the pre-chorus works. And then I feel like Scream, the pre-chorus is less soft. Even if we have a softer pre-chorus, there is still more build-up than there is in this one.
Yeah, I think build up is a good way to phrase it. Like this one still builds up to it, but I feel like especially in Scream, you could tell that like
Something's coming.
The
Yeah.
meat was coming.
Yeah.
You know? That was such a weird way to phrase it.
The meat is coming.
The steak
Oh,
and
snap.
potatoes.
Yeah, I think this
Oh,
one
snap.
just kind of okay. Cool. I think this one just kind of drops you into it, and I think
Yeah.
that's the main part of the pre-chorus is it just everything cuts out. They say Boca and then they go crazy. Here. Now seeing the water scene.
All of the water scenes.
Yeah.
The one scene when she's like in the rain.
Yes.
I want to be there.
Like, how do you think of choreo to this that's not just headbanging?
Oh yeah. That's all I would do.
This part is really cool. Did you see that? How they do a ripple throughout the...
Oh, that's something I noticed. Is the continuation between scenes is always so like seamless.
The match cuts? Yeah. This is Guyan again. I was telling you she doesn't rap often, but then the next song she did. But she really does it, not nearly as much as Dami does, but I fucking love her rap. And then Dami again. My teacher.
I think the rap parts feel like a different song.
That's K-pop though.
Yeah.
That's a lot of the time. Less with Dreamcatcher because they do focus more on like metal, EDM, hard rock. But K-pop a lot of the time is different sections of songs that feel like different songs. And it's just the transitions that hold them together.
Yeah, that makes sense. I think with like specifically this section, I feel like the transitions
It's a little bit less, yeah.
it's very abrupt, especially from like the last chorus to the start of this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think the end of the rap section to this pre-chorus is a little bit abrupt as well. The guitar, yeah. I'm excited to hear those high notes again. I'm obsessed with Xi'an's voice. Sometimes K-pop choruses are so good you can forgive everything else. I do really like this bridge though. Let's go. The vibrato. Ah, she's so good. Sorry, we're doing it again. It's my favorite part of any of their songs ever. I love it. Especially seeing her do it live is fucking crazy.
I definitely want to see how their microphone is going. Run.
Yeah. Did you read any of the lyrics that time?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
Yeah. I think my favorite part is when it's like, why you fill your precious time with hate. Because it's like, do you really not have anything better to do?
Yeah. It's very much like obvious what they're talking about in that sense. Yeah. There it is. There it is. Boca. Okay, last one for today. So we're going to do Vision. So this is their most recent comeback, only 2 months ago.
Okay.
Oh, okay. So this is part 2 of a new trilogy that they have.
Okay.
And the first one was called Maison.
Okay.
French for house or home.
Maison.
Maison. And it is, this trilogy so far is talking about social issues and global issues.
Okay.
So Maison was talking about environmental changes. And this one, people theorize, is talking about war.
Okay.
So it's kind of a little bit unheard of for K-pop groups to frame an entire concept around something like that.
Something considered a little bit more like divisive.
Crazily divisive.
Yeah.
Maybe more divisive, specifically environmental issues in like the Western world, where people who are like, it doesn't exist, you know? But yeah.
What do you mean global warming? It's still super cold.
Yeah. But like putting the blame on people and stuff like that is a bit more divisive as well.
Yeah.
So I think that's really cool. That's something that I really like that they do that not a lot of groups do. Okay. All right. Now you're going to go away from me and I'll stop trying to speak to you. Okay. 3, 2, 1.
I'm ready to jam. Okay.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. The quality changed and I and we will go one more
Turn it down a
time.
little bit 'cause it's
Yeah.
very loud.
Yeah. This one apparently was. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
Can we go back a little bit?
Yeah.
Oh. What is going on?
I think our internet hates us and doesn't want us to collab.
Can someone explain why I can get our internet across the street, but we can't get it in our own house?
Oh no.
Like, I never have issues because it's in my room, right? But like, why? I blame the house.
If I delete other videos, will it make it better? I'm so sorry, guys. Technical issues. I've never had this happen before. I've had my camera completely quit out on me. I've never had this.
Is it me? Am I the problem? Okay, but the outfits here I love. Ooh. Okay.
하늘 가득 분노를 담은 듯 깊게 내려치는 thunder 이내 지켜낸 땅 그 위에 깃발을 들고 또 맞서 싸워 견딜 수 없어 더는 숨을 수 없어 Alright 발을 맞춰 전진 reload 저기 가득한 그 위로 우리 모두에게 서로 I'll give you vision 잠깐의 아픔은 견뎌 쉬어갈수록 더 번져 그들에겐 없어 reason I'll give you vision
That like
눈부신 너의 내일과 아름다운 이곳을 위해 우릴 향해 Give it up tonight 발을 맞춰 전진 위로 저기 가득한 길 위로 우리 모두 제게 살아 I'll give you vision 잠깐의 아픔은 견뎌 쉬어갈수록 더 다시 번져 그들에겐 없어 reason I'll give you vision
name.
Mm-hmm. So, how we
Yeah.
feeling?
I really like that one.
Mm-hmm. What about it?
I think I really like the guitar behind the chorus. Like
And how it follows the melody.
Yeah, I think it complements it really well. And also the rap part.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like the rap parts
Dami!
have just always been my favorite between all of these.
Yeah. She's so cool.
Mhm.
That high note in the bridge, the run.
There, the amount of like tone control they have and like pitch control for the runs,
Mm-hmm.
chef's kiss.
Yeah. Okay.
They're
Again.
so clean.
Again.
Mhm.
This concept too. It's really
Oh, yeah.
interesting. It's like I'll give you a vision of like what the future could be
Mhm.
if this continues, right? But they're using it in a way that's like they're using like the language of soldiers
Yeah.
in that way, which is
Yeah.
like forward march, stuff like
Yeah.
that, which is
I thought
really
that was
interesting.
really interesting.
Yeah.
Is the like
Like
정해진 위치로
it's not like a juxtaposition, but it's almost like it's mocking isn't the right word, but it's the like using your own words against you, kind of to like show like the error in the ways, I guess.
yeah,
or,
that
like,
why it
the-
shouldn't happen.
the contradiction.
Mm-hmm.
절대로 뚫지 못해 꿈에
Also the outfits in this I love.
Yeah, this concept was crazy. Not for me. Her facial expressions. When I talk about stage presence, Gaian, she's
it.
crazy.
Okay. This outfit, like her outfit, I love.
That's Xion, by the way, the main vocal.
I just like ugh. Basically all of these outfits too.
The way her tattoo is visible in that move is so cool. It's also like taboo to have tattoos in Korea. Too.
Yeah.
They don't have a reason. She's such an interesting tone.
I like the like difference.
Yeah.
I like how it's like there's this like it's not soft, but it's like a delicate tone that the singing has. And then she comes in and basically
Turning over page.
punches through the like window. Which
Yeah.
I think is really interesting.
Symbolic and true at the same time.
Yeah.
This outfit goes crazy.
Oh.
Where were we? We just finished the rap section, right?
Can we watch the rap section?
We sure can.
Turning over
I
page,
think-
turning over page.
I think that means your bias.
Yes. I was gonna say that. I was thinking about that. I was like, Tommy's definitely my bias.
Yeah.
I feel like my bias wrecker is your bias.
Gayan.
Yeah.
Mm.
I know
I'm
the
very
terminology.
happy.
I'm hip with the kids.
Bias. Why am I changing this? Bias wrecker.
Oh.
I'm a professional. I know what I'm doing.
Yep.
Okay. Sorry, I'm supposed to be pressing. Press it. Oh my god.
Oh. All right.
Now you
We're
watched
back.
me be flustered for forever. I'm keeping some of that part in the bias talk. Yeah. Okay. I've realized now that I'm looking at us, I've definitely been so much more in the center versus
you come
you.
in.
That's true. The back of
started
my
over there,
my
you
back the
just
back of my
kept-
chair is over here. So.
No.
Oh my god. Man down, man down. Okay, let's listen to Dami wreck our shit again. I realize this is the one we're supposed to pause in and talk.
We're just jamming.
Yeah, again, this outfit, go crazy. She, go crazy.
The visuals in this.
Again, color grading.
Yeah.
They do crazy things. And even though, like, so the song they released before this, Maison, has the entire video is CGI. Sorry, I just poked you with my foot. The entire thing is CGI, and it's like some of the shots are good, some of them are a little bit but like they did a big thing to make the entire video CGI, and it's kind of crazy, and it's meant to be as a message, as in like environment. They're making the entire thing with CGI because they don't have anything left, kind of thing. And them using like the CGI to portray like the broken world, like after war kind of thing. The upgrade from that to this is pretty. This looks good. We'll just say that. I like this move. The
The symbol on the flag like their group symbol? Or is that just like a random...
It might be the album symbol. It's definitely not something. Nothing in K-pop is random. That's the first lesson you're gonna learn. Nothing is random in K-pop. Everything has symbolism. It must be either. I don't know if I've ever seen a specific thing just for them, but the album of the trilogy. Her and that blonde hair. She on again. See those effects? Pretty good.
I like that everyone has a different lighting color.
Yeah. Good catch. I love how she's doing the news broadcast in a cowboy hat.
You know what? I didn't think it was a cowboy hat. It kind of looks like a witch hat. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like
fair enough. Same question. What's the point?
What, does it not make more sense for it to be a witch hat than a cowboy hat?
Can we look at what everyone else is wearing?
Everyone else is like they're going to a gala though.
Nah, so we got gay club manager. we got first ever lesbian millionaire. We have gala. We have cowboy witch. We have
Badass
watch
business lady.
Fair. We have 2000s what is one of the 2000 girlies' names? Christina Aguilera at a red carpet. It looks good on her. She pulls it off.
They all look great.
Yeah. And then we
Very
have
different vibes. You know what this feels like?
Then we have Dami.
The first thing that comes to mind is like pajamas meets prison outfit.
She did you so dirty. I am so sorry, Dami. I would never. I love you. It
like
does.
How it looks.
I was going to say lesbian part 2.
Isn't that part 3? Oh no. First one was gay club manager.
Sapphic. There's a spectrum. But yes. I'm glad that we had time to analyze.
No, but I love the outfits.
I do too. Anyways, we need to move on.
What, you don't want to analyze all the outfits?
This video is over an hour long already.
Have we been here that long? When did we start?
Just before 10. Sorry, we're listening to Shion again. Did you see where she's sitting? Has flowers, and she has flowers on her dress. Wow. Sorry, we're tired. God, she's so hot.
I love
The
that
end part. Yeah. Yep.
I like that.
We're done. We finished. Oh my god.
Can
Wow.
you scream again?
Again? You want to? I closed it at the tab because the computer died. Do you want to watch the dance video, studio version?
Ooh, yes.
Okay. Cool. We're continuing this reaction until Fola wants to stop.
I think this is gonna be the last one because I do need to like take my contacts out.
This red.
Color grading again.
Just in the dance video. Them pale as hell. Sua, that's the main dancer. Perform! I haven't seen this video yet.
Oh.
This is my first reaction.
말해줘 tell me 타오르는 불길 위에 나
That walk forward. Ugh. Those steps are sorry. It's my reaction. I get to go now.
Also, just like so clean.
Ugh, the shoulder back. Ugh. The person in the mask, by the way, one of the members was gone for a couple comebacks, so they just had someone in a mask, like, being in her place, basically, instead of, like, choreographing it without a member. So, Diane. Oh, the masks. She's such a good performer, too.
They all have a really good presence.
They all have such different presences, too.
Yeah.
Like, hers is so... I don't know even how to describe... I've tried to before. Do you use stage presence? Is she so, like... She has such an innocent, like, fairy look, but... And she doesn't go as, like, hard and crazy in the facial expressions, but she still is intimidating as fuck.
Yes.
And I don't know how else to describe it. Like, I don't want to fuck with her.
She definitely gives me vibes of like someone who's like super sweet, and you know that like the moment you cross her, it's like no.
She's also the leader, so she kind of has that energy from that as well. Oh, I'm excited to see the dance break.
Ooh.
God.
I thought she just slapped her mouth with a ponytail. I was like, yeah.
Oh, the hair whips. Sorry. Sua doing the center position for the dance break is everything. I'm gonna slow it down here. Yeah. And the ripple.
Ooh.
Yeah, they're sick as
Such
fuck.
a good song.
Okay, well, I'm glad you liked one of them. Well, you liked multiple of them.
I like them all.
Yeah.
Just to varying degrees. I think.
Yeah. It's always good to be able to criticize things.
I think
and
my
I've talked
hierarchy
about that a
goes
lot.
Scream, then what's the name of the last one?
Vision.
Scream, Vision, Deja Vu,
Boca.
Boca.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So as someone who's listened to these songs a lot, my current ranking of those 4 songs would be Scream, Boca, Vision, Deja Vu.
Interesting.
But I think I'm currently on my listening to another song called Because and Vision constantly, like every single day, like 24 hours a day. So I like really, really, really like Vision right now, but I think that Boca and Scream are just better songs in general. So that's just my opinion. I think it's called, I don't remember I thought it was called The Nightmare, but that might be the Nightmare series. Anyways, their trilogy, Scream, Boca, and then the last one is called Odd Eye.
Okay.
just the best. The best. So, yeah.
I'm thinking about it. About like which ones would I listen to the most, and I do kind of agree. I feel like I would listen to Boca more because there are like more parts of it that I'm like, I really like this part.
The rapping.
Yeah. But I think like as an overall.
Okay.
That's where my hierarchy ends.
Nice. Okay, and next time I'm gonna show you Stray Kids or ATs, and then we'll come back around to some 17, and then some Dreamcatcher. No, I was kidding. I don't know if Full is ever gonna be back on my channel if she wants to.
I kind of vibe. Could we do outfits?
I
love the outfits.
I'll just get a row of all of K-pop. They're gonna be so boring. The only reason that the BTS ones are interesting is because they went to American music shows and they're bad. I mean, we could try. I'll have to research them anyways, and you'll like go through them and like say if you like them. It won't just have to be like, we could do also stage ones, like stage outfits, not just like stuff like that. But I'll try and find the worst ones I can.
Okay.
Sounds good. Great. So
an hour and a half later.
That's what you're gonna comment. Please send me like groups of names. Don't do links because YouTube is not gonna allow you to comment links. But groups, names, years, and where they wore it, or like what concept it was, or whatever. And I will find pictures. And we will do concept reviews because that's what Polo wants to do. So I'm gonna
outfits, man.
I'm gonna end up showing you God's menu though. By the way, that Stray Kids reaction is going to happen eventually. Okay, right. So did you enjoy today? Yeah. The hour and a half we spent filming this.
It did not feel like an hour and a half.
That's a good thing. Yeah. I'm glad you enjoyed yourself. I'm really glad you brought some insight because I do talk about music quite a bit, but I feel like I can't pull as much
music theory stuff.
And also I just can't articulate it in the same way that you can, and I really appreciate that side of it. And as a person who like doesn't listen to K-pop literally at all, just repeats smooth like butter.
You know what's funny is I was thinking about it when you said that. I was about to be like,
smooth like butter. Yeah. Now it's gonna be, I just wanna make you scream. Yeah. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you want to see I almost said HEs. You're not HEs. If you want to see Full back on my channel, we should do live stuff. Listening to yeah.
I want to see, because the choreography obviously is insane. That's like a staple of K-pop, but I definitely want to see them like performing.
I will get some good vocal performances for sure. So if you want to see more of that, please like the video. Let me know. I will get her on here as soon as I can. We are in the middle of winter break though, so it might be a little bit until we do, but who knows? Yeah. Okay, so yeah. We're really good at this. I'm usually not a complete mess, but she makes me one. So yeah. Hope you enjoyed. Subscribe if you want to see more. What are you looking at?
Candle been lit?
I turned it off before we left the house. Turn it off. I blew it out.
I just felt like I did not notice that this entire time.
It's been lit. I lit it halfway into the thing. I got up. I lit it.
Really?
No.
Was I like that into it? I didn't notice.
Imagine I actually stood up and stood behind you like you do in the kitchen to me all the time. Okay. Hope you enjoyed. And I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Say goodbye, Fola.
I'm stuck on the cable.
Say goodbye, Fola.
Goodbye, Fola.
Bye.